Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a wee sort of short video on an eyeshadow palette. So this is the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions eyeshadow palette in the mini. So this is the packaging. It's inside its plastic cover. So I originally got the medium one. So these come in three shades, shade range, I guess you could say. So there's a light, a medium and a rich. I tried the medium and I was not very impressed with it because it's too orangey, too coppery, bronzy kind of for me. It doesn't suit my skin tone. Hindsight, I should have thought about that better before I bought it. So I wanted to try the light, which I said in the video, I thought that might be more suited to my skin tone. So here is the packaging. It is made of plastic. It has this nice fake leather kind of touch on the front, which is really cool. Let me open it up. Now I will put a swatch video in somewhere along the line in natural light, and yeah, these are all the shades. It does look really nice. Retails for $62 from Sephora, so it is on the pricey side even for a mini. I think you're paying, you know, for the name, I guess. And this is also made in China, which I thought was quite interesting because most things made in China tend to be on the cheaper side. Some eyeshadow palettes are made in Italy, which is the go-to place to, you know, make eyeshadow palettes and lots of other makeup. So you pay a bit more, you know, when it's made in Italy. And this is made in China, so yeah. So like I said, there's three shades. There's the light, this one, the medium. I will put a photo in somewhere along the line of the medium that I had. I can't seem to find what I've done with it. And the rich, which is of course that berry, very deep kind of berry purples shades. I'm after something for every day, so I'm hoping, although this looks kind of pinky, that, yeah, I don't know, I'm hoping. That's what I'm trying to find is something for every day, so let me know if you found something that, you know, works for you, because I'd really like to try it. Okay, another thing that's quite annoying about this is there is no, on the back, there is no numbering or, you know, to let you know what the colour is or anything. Is shade names are just non-existent. However, let's start with something for the transition shade. I'm thinking, let me just clip this hair back a bit out of the way. So I do remember these eyeshadows are quite pigmented, so the colour is, you know, doesn't take a lot. I'm going to use this shade here in the middle at the top here, and this one, if my camera will, yep, that one, on a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush. This one doesn't actually have a number, it's just a blending brush. I'm just going to put a little bit on, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to start in here and do a windshield wiper motion back and forth. That's my transition shade. I don't really see much happening. This colour might be too light. Let's put a wee bit more on the brush. not sure about that as a transition shade. It's barely showing. It's slightly there. I don't know if I would have used that. Let me see what this purpley one's like. Okay, yeah, no, that's probably a little dark for a transition shade. Well, I suppose it would be alright for a pinky look. You never know. Okay, let me just do this transition shade on the other eye. One thing I do love about these eyeshadows, well, this particular palette and the other one, is they do blend out really, really quickly and easily. Okay, I'm not sure I'm digging that as a transition shade, but we're gonna go with it. Let's see how dark this darkest colour in the palette is. Okay, so it's actually quite nice. That's the darkest colour in the palette. It's almost like that rosewood. There's like a pinky kind of tinge to that. That's quite nice. Let's go with it. We'll try it on the outer corner with a lighter hand because these are so pigmented. So I'm just going to put, this is a, what's this one? Sigma brush. This one is the Sigma E42 Precision Firm Blender brush. I'm going to put a little bit on it, tap up the excess. I'm just going to try this on here. Wow, I do like that colour. So I'm just putting it on the outer third, then kind of blending it. Yes, I do really like that. I don't know if it's coming out the best. I'm just going to blend these edges a bit with my, going back to the first brush I used. Yes, I do like that. That's a really, really nice colour. It would be nice as a liner as well, I think. Okay, let's even up the eyes. I have to say, I'm getting excited about this palette. It's just, I really, really like that brown. You know how some browns can tend to be orangey or copper based, or the other way, and they're too deep to that berry kind of look. This is like that nice in between, that kind of rosewood brown. I really like that. Okay, let's go with a shimmer shade. Gosh, there's lots to choose from. As we can see, we've got 5. Yeah, 5. I don't know about this purple one in here. We'll try it at some point. Seeing as we're going with a browny look, let's go, well, not brown look, but yeah, let's go with this one up the top here. Very top, that one. I'm going to put this on with my finger. I should change my mind. I'm going to go with this one here. Oops. The other one's a little too orangey, pinky kind of for this look, so let's try this. See how this looks. Let's start in the middle. Look at the shine on that. Look at the shine. That is, yeah, I forgot how like foil looking these are. They are made with silicone. Silicone. That's what gives them that foil bright shiny kind of. Wow. I'm gonna do something a bit different. I don't know if I 100% like the shade matched with that particular colour beside it, so I'm going to try the one down that I originally was going to do on the other side. I'm not going anywhere today. Why not? Yeah. I like that one more. Isn't that funny? You don't know until you try these things. This one here just seems to, because it's a lighter colour, I guess it's blending in nicer with the outer shade. This one, I think it's a little too purpley pink. Yeah, and it's not quite matching as well. Wow. Yes, I do like that. Okay. The thing about silicone based shimmers is they unfortunately have that gel-like consistency when applied to mature eyelids like mine. I'm over 40. It tends to accentuate all your wrinkle, you know, makes you look like you've got really wrinkled eyelids. Not all, some of them do. A lot of them, sometimes it depends on the colour, but most times that's what it does. So from far away, you don't see it. And if I'm up close and I'm at a certain angle, it just looks like I've got these, yeah, little wrinkles. But when I'm up close, if I do this, it looks quite nice, you know. It's, yeah. I haven't always been a fan, well, I guess when I was younger, I was more a fan of the silicone-based shimmers because they're easy to work with, you know. As I'm getting older, however, you know, I'm just testing out ones to see if I like that kind of thing still, or if I can make it work. This, yeah, I don't know. I do like, you know, this eye I'm really happy with. I guess maybe in this particular one it might be just the lighter shades are better suited for mature eyes. The lighter shimmer shades, I should say, are more suited, yeah, for mature eyes, and then the darker, perhaps darker ones, yeah, like this side. If I'm looking straight on like this, you can almost see that, like, it looks like there's a line of just nothing, and then behind it is your, yeah. It's just weird how silicone based shimmers work. They're more cooked for convenience, quick and easy. Okay, I think I'm happy with that look. Let's do something on the under eye. I think I might just stick with plain and easy. I might just go back with that first shade up here, my camera, and I'm just going to take a pencil brush. This is the Morphe M431. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to run this. I've actually got a bit of a watery eye today. I might try that up first. Yep, so I'm just going to run this along the lower lash line, so pretty much right in the lashes. Excuse me. Yeah, so right up in here. So not underneath, right on the lashes. I can never do this and look at the camera at the same time. Okay, you can see it's showing under the eye now. That was with a couple of coats, you might as well say. Okay, I'm happy with it. Alright, let me finish the rest of my makeup and I will come back and give you some more of my thoughts. There we have the final look. Am I impressed? I'm not really wowed, to be honest. You know what? I should have looked through my notes. I actually had it written in my notes for the medium one that I'd put silicone based shimmers. Darker colours didn't look as nice. Oh, you know, helps if I'd read them. My problem is I've tried so many eyeshadow palettes now that I lose track of what ones I've, you know, tried and what ones I need to buy different colour arrangements of. So I just put quick notes like this one I just had, well, beside the medium I had must try the light, And then it wasn't until I read further into it, or clicked on it and looked further into it, that I actually read the rest of it, which said, you know, these are silicone based shimmers, not suited, well, deeper colours not suited for mature eyes. Anyway, the thing is I hadn't crossed out that I didn't need to try the light. Anyway, it's a whole nother thing. So yeah, yeah, it didn't wow me. I didn't go, oh yeah, no, cool, I really, really want to keep using this. I am going to keep trying it for the season. Trying out some of these other shades. I'm not this one, this purpley. It's not showing on here very well, but it's really quite intense. So, but anyway, I still don't think it's going to be an everyday thing for me. I think it might be just another one I can make work or make do, but I will end up just probably leaving in my stash and forgetting about it, which is unfortunate. So please, if you have something that you use for every day, it can be anything, let me know, okay? Because that's what I'm after. I'm after an eyeshadow palette that I can use for every day, that's not you know, it's versatile to use for every day, but it could be vamped up for, you know, date night, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so that was the nude Huda Beauty, what is this title? Sorry, Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions in light, and this is the mini. They call it a mini because there is a actual bigger palette of all three of those types, the medium, the light and the rich, so they've just basically condensed it down. Looking at the bigger palettes, I think, yeah, they seemed a lot of the same, so I still don't think, even if I did like this 100%, that I would go out and get that, you know, for more variation. So yeah. I'm really critical, so, but I did really like that rosewood brown, so maybe I can get it to work with the matte shades. Like I say, I have to try it. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!